A remarkable quarter-final stage has come to a close. 32 teams become 4. Despite Ruud van Nistelrooy's exit from the competition, his legacy remains. 8 goals for the Dutchman. Portugal, Spain, England and Italy are represented in the semi-finals. Porto coach Adrians has had big shoes to fill since the departure of the influential Jose Mourinho. They were knocked out at the last 16 stage by Inter Milan last season, but this year they have reached the semi-finals without the aid of the special one. There is no way Frank Rijkaard isn't aware that Barcelona are the heavy favourites here in Portugal. Barcelona eased past Inter Milan, beat Juventus in a thrilling comeback at the Nou Camp in the quarter-finals. The Catalonians are currently one of the best clubs in the world, but Porto are the former champions of Europe. We are on the way at the Dragão. No such thing as an easy game in this competition. Xavi, an uncharacteristic mistake, and it's led to a Porto counter. Quaresma fumbles it and check. He's standing in for Ibsen on the left-hand flank, takes a roll of the dice. Long ball looking for Lisandro Lopez. Puyol surely got that covered. Nope, he fumbles it. Lisandro Lopez tried to capitalise and Benny McCarthy was intercepted. Xavi's long ball cuts out by Pepe, and that's inadvertently caused an opportunity for Benny McCarthy. Tries a head over Victor Valdes, not enough power. Diego to keep it alive. Long ball forward looking for Ricardo Quaresma, only has Nielsen to contend with. Quaresma tries to chip. It was ambitious. We know he's capable of them. He scored a memorable lob against Inter Milan on match day 1. Dare I say it, Porto looked by far the better team in that first half. Frank Rijkaard will have a half-time revision on his hands. Van Bronckhorst in a healthy amount of space on the left-hand side. Options in Ronaldinho and Eto'o in the box. Van Bronckhorst is going for it all by himself. And he forces the corner from Vita Bayer. Deco swings it in against his former employers. It's fell to Xavi. Into the box for Belletti. Swings it in. Nobody home. Van Bommel can't get out from under his feet. And the shot is wasted. Licho. Square to Morelos. Morelos has a crack at the whip. Well, Morelos has a knack for picking decent numbers. Didn't buy a winning lottery ticket that time. Well, the Porto fans have been remarkably respectful to Deco on his homecoming. Eto'o has found Julie, who takes it on first time. In hindsight, he could have took a touch. That would have made all the difference. Corner kick to the visitors. It's going to be Deco to swing it in, and that's cleared away by Diego. Sent back into the mixer by Xavi. Here comes the young Anderson, and he's released. Quaresma pulls the trigger. Comfortable save and then post from Valdes. Can Porto break through in the hour mark? Diego to Hugo Almeida, clocks the post. Belletti down the line to Xavi. Doesn't fancy it, plays it back to the fullback. Belletti with the left foot, and Xavi couldn't connect. I think the playmaker reacted late. Who can forget that wonder goal against Juventus? Off the forehead of the midfielder. Now Almeida's helped on to Benny McCarthy, cuts inside of Nielsen, and it's right at the keeper. Hugo Almeida can't follow up effectively. What a break that could have been out of nothing. Benny McCarthy, unfortunate. Seconds remaining. One last hurrah for Adrian's side. Here in Portugal, Morelos to Quaresma, flicks it onto Anderson, and it's back to Ricardo, and it's a dud into the safe hands of Victor Valdes. Referee places the whistle in his lips. Disappointment for the heavy favourites Barcelona, but Porto can hold their heads high. They've held their own against arguably the best club team in the world. And if superstition is your thing, the last time Porto drew 0-0 with Spanish opposition was against Deportivo La Coruña in the first leg of the semi-final when they won the championship in 2004. And both clubs find themselves back in the semi-finals where they were one season ago. AC Milan got one stage further and reached the final in Istanbul, and the rest is history. Chelsea were eliminated by the phantom goal of Luis Garcia at Anfield. Redemption has been a theme of Chelsea's Champions League campaign in 2006. And it's fair to say the same thing can be said for AC Milan, who threw away a 3-goal lead in Istanbul last season. Semi-final number 2 is on the way at Stamford Bridge. As a perfect over the top ball to Inzaghi, and check gets there just before Filippo dies. 4 goals for the Italian veteran. Drogba finds Robin, who's taking advantage of Cafu being way out of position. The tendency to bump forward might bite him in the backside. Robin is denied and Joko skims the ball with his head as he had an open net staring him in the face. And AC Milan have recovered. They got black and red shirts back. Lampard trying to keep the pressure on. What a chance for Chelsea. Look at this. Dida takes it right in the chin and Joko fails miserably. Terry, the captain, to McLeary, who's uncharacteristically gave it away. Inzaghi's bombing forward. One-on-one with Czech. Tried to take it around him. And Inzaghi panicked. Decent run from Joko. He's been tripped by Maldini. Lampard is straight on the target, but comfortable for Dida. The two side beats Del Horner to the cross, and it's a powerful ball in. Czech couldn't hold it. Carl trying to play it out. 5 minutes until half-time. Maldini trying to give Milan the advantage. Carl goes down, and the referee says play on. Pirlo almost scores a controversial opener. Would have been a great goal. Great save. Pirlo. Good ball in, but it's covered by Carvalho. The two so tripped by Lampard. Free kick in a very dangerous position. And it's in! Andrea Pirlo scores minutes before half-time. When Jose Mourinho's half-time team talk requires a drastic rewrite. Pirlo has been treasured by AC Milan in his campaign. One of the best playmakers and passers of his generation, and he's been rewarded with what could be a crucial goal for AC Milan. 3 minutes left of the half, enough time for Milan to get a brace. He scored again, but it won't count. Inzaghi just offside, well spotted by the linesman. It was a narrow 40 minutes or so and a dreadful end to that first half. Will Robin and Joko's chance come back to haunt them? Essien finds Drogba, keeps the pressure alive, plays it back to Lampard. Oh, it doesn't quite make the connection that he wants. Maldini caught out of position. Damien Duff bombing up that flank. Tries to get onto his left foot. He does. Makes the cross. Snuffed away. Now Del Horno takes a pass to Gattuso. Not a clean strike at all. Was on target. Not for nothing. We're in added time. Right, Phillips slips and gets the cross in. Damien Duff fails to capitalise. Here comes Gallas. Plays it back to Damien Duff. Into the mix towards Lampard and is booted away to safety. Cafu plays it back to his countryman. Tries to buy some more time, but it's enough. The referee brings an end to the first leg. The lone goal in this episode. It's a valuable one, doesn't even come from open play, and now Chelsea have to travel to the fortress known as the San Siro. It's Chelsea 0, AC Milan 1. Well, we've gotten the two cagey affairs out of the way for the first leg. Chelsea have nothing to lose as they travel to Milan. Barcelona will be licking their lips as they welcome Porto back to the new camp, where they've been damn near unstoppable. Ronaldinho has at least one more game to equal Van Nistelrooy or even surpass his record. So nothing decisive about that first leg. It's all wide open for the second leg on Thursday night. So come on then, what's your predictions for the final in Paris? And let's get those nominations for best match, best player, and well, there's only one goal. Maybe because of that we can switch it out for best save of the episode. As always, I appreciate your kind words, it means so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and we will see you again on Thursday night for the second leg.